Next on Ghost Nation.
It's always been a rough and tumble town.
It was a brothel.
It was, okay.
That's where the legend of Lucinda comes. She was thrown down the stairs and died.
Is there a Lucinda here?
We have those names of people that lived here and died here.
Can you touch that device like you've been doing? Ooh,
That was...
pretty intense.
You're gonna have to listen to that.
Oh my God.
He told us his name even before we found his name. Up top?
Yeah, I heard it twice. Whoa.
What the hell's going on, man?
There is something else in this house.
Make some sort of a noise. Let us know you're here with us.
We are a community of searchers.
This family is under attack.
We are Ghost Nation.
So Newburyport, yeah, this is you and Sherry, your guys' neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Now you're only like 30 minutes from here, right?
I'm about 30 minutes south of here, yeah. I love these New England coastal towns.
We're in historic Newburyport, Massachusetts, heading to a downtown restaurant called Brick and Ash, a building that dates back to the 1800s. The paranormal activity there is so frightening, employees refuse to work the closing shift alone at night.
The mayor literally asked us to investigate this restaurant.
Well, and it's weird because we were contacted by somebody to investigate another property, and we had to get permission from the mayor. But she's like, yeah, but if you guys are going down there, you also have to check this place out.
Yeah, it seemed pretty urgent.
I think it's pretty awesome. The mayor says this place has never been investigated before. The fact that she trusts us enough that she wants us to be the first team in there is pretty cool.
Welcome.
How are
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
So nice to welcome you to Newburyport. Welcome to Brick and Ash. So shall we go inside?
Absolutely.
Yes,
yeah,
please.
after you. Wow.
Yeah. This is a pub. This is where I want to drink.
Yeah, me too.
It really is.
So before it was the restaurants of the last so many decades, what was it in the beginning?
It was a brothel.
It was, okay.
In the late 1800s, and that's where the legend of Lucinda comes, the story of her as the lady of the night. You know, the legend has it that she was thrown down the stairs and died and has been haunting here. You know, the city had a terrible fire at the turn of the century, 1811. So I'm sure that that could have contributed also to, you know, some of the lore that's here.
So you were telling us about the activity that goes on here. Now, you've had
Yes.
tons of experiences yourself.
I was working early 80s as a waitress here, and I was behind the bar. All of a sudden, I turn around and I see two empty wine glasses that were sitting on the table just fly into the fireplace and smash in pieces. I sort of looked around and picked up my speed a little bit in terms of
Because most people would have gotten out
wanna-
of there. Yeah.
Well, I had work I had to finish to close up the restaurant.
A lot of people would have just thrown that to the side and said the hell with it.
Well, I just, you know. I think the most frightening event that happened to me here was I'm walking up the stairs, and then all of a sudden, I felt this breeze coming up behind me, and I could feel the hair on the back of my neck, and I turned to look, and there was a young girl. I was frightened, I have to say. It was definitely time for me to get back downstairs and close up and go home.
Wow.
So what other type of activity is going on here?
I reached out to Laura Wolf, the owner of the building, and I was interested to learn. The new staff have been experiencing this also.
When we bought Brick and Ash back in 2016, we really liked the look of the building. And we felt like what we could do here would be something great for the town. And then I started realizing the building had a huge history of ghostly happenings, and we were not alone in this building.
Soon after Laura took over the place, she and her employees began to hear and see things they couldn't explain.
We're by ourselves at night. The doors are closed, the building's secure. We hear people walking around.
We've definitely heard footsteps over the downstairs bar, women's high-heeled shoes walking pretty fast across the upstairs dining room wooden floor.
After they renovated the 200-year-old building, the paranormal activity seemed to escalate.
From the downstairs bar, we've had glasses come off the shelf, tequila bottles fly off the bar. The big one was the come up here to set up and open the restaurant. Out of my peripheral vision, I'd see an old captain staring out the window in one of the leather chairs, in a grey suit with a top hat. And then as I turned, he was gone.
And once Brick and Ash opened its doors to the public, the activity spread to other parts of the building, most notably the basement.
I was putting money in the safe downstairs, and a book flew between my legs and hit the safe door. I turned around and the only person in the office. I slammed the money into the safe, set the alarm, and left the building as quick as possible. I was terrified.
As an owner, I feel responsible for all the employees, and they haven't been hurt, but they've come close. I'm definitely concerned about everybody's safety.
It's not every day that a business owner, their staff, and the mayor of the city ask for our help in solving a case. So we're going to do everything we can to get them some answers.
Here you go. So this one should be 5.
We'll start by setting up cameras in the areas where they've experienced paranormal activity. On the first floor, where the mayor saw wine glasses fly off a table and smash into the fireplace. On the second floor, where employees hear women's footsteps believed to be the ghost of Lucinda, and where Sean has seen the apparition of a captain sitting in a chair. And in the basement, where Sean claims a book flew at him on its own.
All right, have fun, guys. You guys have a walkie?
Thank you.
I do.
All right.
All right.
Jason and I will kick off the investigation with a sweep of the ground floor. First, trying to determine if there's any truth behind the legend of the murdered prostitute.
This is where the mayor saw the glasses being thrown into the fireplace.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a Lucinda here? Is there a young girl here?
This has been a pub and a brothel.
But there's still no explanation for this young girl that she saw, that the mayor saw.
Ooh.
That was
a vibration, like pretty intense.
You want to go see?
Of course. Like, yeah.
You got the thermal.
I got the thermal.
Let's just go
go
upstairs. I mean, it sounded to the point where, like, a big piece of furniture was moving.
Mm-hmm. It shook the whole floor.
Yeah. The only thing I can even think about something big like that would be a pool table like over there, or like this.
Oh,
That's pretty close.
that's pretty close.
You want to go downstairs?
Yeah, yep. Yes, I do.
Hello? Hang on, Steve.
Okay.
All right, here I go.
Okay. Whoa, that's really close, Jay. Really, really close. It sounds a lot like it. Sounds a lot like it, Jay. It even feels like it. Oh, sorry.
Steve, there's just movement. There's just movement. There's just movement. It's just crazy that all that stuff, just the vibration and everything. But then, as I was just talking to you about that, I heard it sound like somebody moving back here. But there's nobody over there.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. But it was after, as soon as you went downstairs and I was up here alone, it sounded like somebody walking and then like a, oh, not even like a hello, more like a oh. And then as I was telling you, it sounded like somebody moving over here. I don't know. It was weird.
The next morning, Sherry arranged for us to meet with a local city councilor. He's compiled a set of historical records on the property that should help steer our hunt in the right direction.
Hi.
See you.
Yeah, all right, man.
Jason.
It's a pleasure.
Brought some documents here. Throughout history, there's been some pretty interesting things that have gone on here. It's been known as an area that had rum smuggling, and you'll see the old maps in the report where the wharves came way in, so naturally, if you're gonna smuggle things, you can pull into one of those wharves.
Gotcha.
So this being right here was, used in Prohibition for drinking. They're bringing the barrels right in. Take a look, there's been some raids that have gone on during Prohibition. That's this building.
Oh, that building.
Yeah.
Wow, all right. So now there's stories of this place being a brothel. Is there any truth behind that?
Very well could be true. And knowing the history of, Newburyport, it's always been a rough and tumble town. Fishermen and having, kind of transients come into the harbor and stay at these various hotels. I wouldn't doubt if there was some truth to that there was brothels.
After the information Jason and Sherry just learned, Dave and I are scouring the local archives for names of anyone that died on the property during its turbulent past.
I found this newspaper article going all the way back to the 1800s.
Oh, wow.
But it's saying here that the Great Fire of 1811 consumed 250 buildings.
Wow.
Oh, okay, look at this, though.
What?
We state with much pleasure that no life was lost
Wow.
during the distressing night.
That's pretty crazy.
Right, nobody died. That's
Nobody
good
died.
to know.
I was able to find a death record of a woman who lived here in this building, Elizabeth Sexton, 59 years old.
How'd she die?
So it just says natural causes. Date of death, December 5th, 1905. But what's crazy is I also found an article about a death of Edward C. Sexton, Elizabeth's son. He was 21 when he died. He was always kind of ill.
Okay.
I was able to go all the way back to 1844 and find there's a death that happened here. Mr. William Swap, aged 52. William passed from typhus fever.
Typhus fever.
When he died, his wife took ownership of the house, but she turned it into a boarding house. But from what I can see, I don't see any mention of it being a brothel.
So evidence that it's a boarding house, but not evidence of it ever being a brothel. What about this Lucinda?
I haven't found that name yet.
No.
Nope. So we have those names. We have Elizabeth and Edward Sexton, and Mr. William Swap. That's 3 names that we know of people that lived here and died here.
For tonight's investigation, Dave and Sherry will watch the monitors. Steve and I will start upstairs, using the names and historical details we learned earlier to see if that'll draw out a spirit we can connect with.
Edward Sexton.
Can you let us know if you're here?
It was just a voice there. I don't know if it came from outside or not. I don't see anybody outside. It's getting windy out, huh?
Yeah, look at those trees, dang. Is there anyone here with us who had anything to do with liquor or rum running?
What was that? Did you hear that?
I heard a door open.
Yeah, I heard that. It was a...
It sounded like it was coming from back here. It was coming from this direction. Hello?
Oh. Go over there. Tell me if this is it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's these springs.
Yeah. That's what it sounded like.
But then the only way that would have worked is if somebody didn't let it slam. If you let it slam, it does this. Didn't hear that.
You think maybe it was a different door?
No other doors.
There's no door like that over here. That seems to be the only one.
But it sounded like it happened right behind you when you were over there.
It did, 100%.
It was totally that sound.
Did you just hear, like, running? I just heard, like...
Where'd you hear it?
Like, it sounded like right there.
Like up top?
Yeah, I heard it twice. Hello?
Listen right over here.
That's it.
You hear that?
Yeah, like boom, boom, boom. 100%. Like a hollow thud with a cadence to it.
Just on the top floor has been pretty good.
It really has. I mean, I heard that 100%. But we were thinking it would be cool to have somebody on each level, you know.
I call it top floor.
All right.
Since the claims span the entire building, we're dividing up the team in a coordinated effort to cover all the levels at the same time with targeted callouts. Between this technique and our DVR cams and audio recorders, we should be able to catch any activity, no matter where it occurs.
Is there anyone here who had anything to do with rum or rum running? If you can please make a noise so I know you're here. If you want to throw something, that's okay, as long as it doesn't hit us.
We're told that somebody here likes to throw things. Is that true?
I know that there was a Elizabeth Sexton that lived here. I know that you passed away in this building. Elizabeth, can you say something?
William Swap, are you still here with us? I can't hear you. You're gonna have to do something for me. If you make a loud noise, you gotta do it as close to me as possible so I know it's you. Employees are afraid to come back here. Are you trying to scare them?
What's that? You heard that, right?
I did.
It's like somebody rocking a Sherry.
Sherry to team.
Go ahead, Sherry.
I didn't know if you guys just made a noise up there.
So she heard it too.
We didn't. We thought maybe
It was coming from somewhere else. You heard it.
Yeah, I heard it near the back where the cooler is. If you are making a noise, thank you. Is there any way that you can make another noise for us?
Can you move an object in this room to let me know that you're here?
Feel free to go downstairs and talk with Sherry.
It's too loud down here, so if you're talking to me, thank you, but I apologize, I can't hear you. That's why I'm asking you to do something, anything.
Maybe go do something so she contacts us and lets us know.
You just need to do it in front of me so I can see it.
Jada, Sherry.
Sherry's here. The light just turned on.
You're saying the light just randomly turned on by itself?
Yeah, in one of the storage rooms where the juices are.
I don't know, but we did say if anything was around, feel free to go into the basement and talk with our team member, Sherry. I'm serious, so, I mean, tell us if something's going on.
All right, well, it just turned on as soon as I was talking to you.
I'll go down and check, so hang on.
Sherry, I'm gonna check the wireless cam and just look around.
I was coming right here and looking this way, and that's because I was trying to grab this out of here, so as soon as I talked to you, this light came on. So I didn't, but I was over here before, and it didn't turn on. I thought it was like a motion thing.
No, the motion thing's off on this. That's why you gotta turn it on
Yeah.
by pushing the button. See? On, off. All right,
Yeah?
well, hey, looks like you were able to have an experience.
Hey,
All right.
thanks. Thanks for sending him down here.
After a long and eventful night of investigation, Jason digs deeper into the claims and legends surrounding the property, trying to narrow down our list of suspects. But as Dave and I head back from grabbing a much-needed pick-me-up for the team, that list is about to get longer.
Both ways.
Yeah, you were almost killed myself.
It's a nice jewelry. Steve.
Yep.
Mrs. Elizabeth Morse, Witch of Newbury.
1679 to 1681, arrested.
Confined to her husband, William Morse, 4-acre house, lot on the southeast side of Market Square until her death.
Wow. I mean, 4 acres would be a pretty large section of this little town here.
I'm gonna take a picture of it. Cool.
See what this little coffee run brings us?
Yeah.
Hey. So going through this book from 1906, and you're gonna see some familiar names here. John Quincy Adams, sixth president. I guess spent a lot of time here in this town, within like just a couple block radius, at a boarding home. Wrote poems, one about a lady, Lucinda.
Really?
So with all the charms of beauty, richly fraught, Lucinda, first my close attention caught. The poem was like 1787, 1788.
So we have John Quincy Adams writing a poem about a girl named Lucinda.
I mean, how many Lucindas were there back then?
How common is that name?
Right.
I don't know. But, I mean, the whole thing about being pushed downstairs and dying doesn't seem to add up, because this lady Lucinda actually married in 1788.
Okay, so that is off.
Yeah.
You know, when we were walking around, Tango spotted a little plaque.
Okay.
Read the plaque.
Mrs. Elizabeth Morse, Witch of Newbury.
You say witch?
Witch of Newbury.
Okay.
1679 to 1681, arrested, tried, confined to her husband, William Morse, 4-acre house lot until her death.
So this is prior to the date of this building. So what stood here before that?
I mean, it could have been their land because it was 4 acres of it.
Yeah, we should probably see if we can find out any more information.
Yeah.
So referencing this map, you can see here how close the Morris house was right here to this property. We're right around here.
Oh, so it's literally right here.
Yeah.
I've been digging into why they even thought she was a witch. It's kind of all over the place, but what I've gathered was that William and Elizabeth Morse's home was haunted. Objects would fly around and they would hear noises, and this was known throughout the neighborhood. That's how she got the reputation of becoming a witch.
Wow.
Yeah, but she has to now stay within 4 acres of her house for the rest of her life.
Yeah, it's just crazy when you think back then, if you have a haunting, that you could be labeled a witch because you have a haunting.
Right. Yeah.
You got this.
Oh, that was all right. Whoa.
Just so 1 point.
Outside. Ooh, Jay.
What do we have here?
Yes.
Part of the investigation.
Yeah. Well, I did come up here to tell you guys some stuff.
Okay.
Just so you know, all right?
Okay.
It's all right, okay.
Did you find something outside?
It was actually, this is pretty cool. There was a gentleman by the name of Bulkley Emerson, who was a postmaster who lived and died here.
Like in town?
No, in this building. In the
this
house.
building?
In the house, yeah. You know the claim that Sean has, how he saw what he thought was a sea captain sitting in that leather chair?
Out of my peripheral vision, I'd see an old captain staring out the window in one of the leather chairs, in a grey suit with a top hat.
He said this person wore gray. Looking it up about postmasters back then, they would wear gray. They would wear either a top hat or a bowler hat. He was wearing a top hat type hat.
So it might have nothing to do with the sea captain. It sounds more like it's the postal.
Right, and it was a uniform, so he could have,
I would have just never put that together.
No.
But besides that, what's cool, he was known as a very punctual postmaster. He was very strict. He would actually be up here sitting in a chair looking out the window, making sure that all the postal workers were exactly on time. And it's literally the same exact spot, looking out the same road these postal workers would be coming into town.
That's awesome.
Is that crazy?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, it's just adding up more and more.
Yeah.
All right, so we just gotta wait for it to get a little darker and then start investigating.
Cool. I'm excited.
On our final night, Jason and Sherry will review recordings and watch the monitors, while Dave and I grab our gear and head up to the top floor.
All right, I'm gonna start real time.
All right.
Okay. All right, we are recording.
Nice.
Night 3.
Whoa. Whoa.
5 seconds in, I just turned this on.
Huh.
Tango for...
Command, did anybody just open a door anywhere?
Nope, we're still sitting here.
I want to go downstairs and just slam some doors.
All right. I'm gonna stand right where I was standing.
Okay.
Sound just like it.
Did anybody, maybe like not even a minute ago, hear the door slam right here?
We did not.
What? No. I just asked Jay and Sherry, who were sitting right next to that door.
Mm-hmm.
They said they didn't hear anything.
That makes zero sense. How could they not have heard that?
I don't know. What the hell's going on, man?
Wow. Unless it was one of these windows, Dave.
That was a slam, like a door slam.
That was a door slam. So let's see if we can connect with somebody in this area.
I mean, we have visuals in that chair. They've seen like an old man in gray.
All right. I'm gonna put a REM pod next to it.
You can see there's a strange-looking device that's on the floor next to the chair. Its purpose is to just let us know that you're here. So if you were to touch it, it'll light up, make noises, and we'll know it's you.
You can sit in that chair. You can go over next to it.
Bulkley Emerson, if you are here, a gentleman that you startled, his name's Sean. He saw an older gentleman in a gray suit. Well, we know that the postal workers wore gray, so we think he might have been mistaken, thinking that it was a sea captain and he actually saw you. Can you make your presence known to us, please?
All right. No confirmation there.
If you're not Bulkley Emerson, can you touch it again? Elizabeth Morse?
William?
That's crazy.
So that was twice. We'd like it to happen a third time. William, can you touch that device like you've been doing?
This is crazy.
This is let us know you're here 3 times in a row on command after we instructed it how to communicate with us.
Imagine the turmoil he's going through.
That's right. My wife's not a witch.
Right.
William, are you trying to tell us that your wife was not a witch? Did we say something that would offend him? Or
The witch thing, maybe he just
disrespect
had enough of
him?
it. Can you imagine that word for him?
That word could have, like, he's like, these people want to talk to me. Witch, I'm done with that.
I'm done. There's a plaque there now, you know what I mean? Like,
Yep. William, can you make it light up again? We lost him. Wow. We had something pretty interesting happen. You know the chair where they thought a sea captain was seen. We put REM pod there. Tango started asking about William.
immediately goes crazy. All
right, well, what's funny is going through the audio from the first night that we're upstairs.
Hello?
Well, I'll bust on the laptop right now. I'll let you listen. Honestly, it sounds like it's saying William Swap. You're gonna have to listen to it. But,
okay.
So, Dave, it's at 2720.
Oh my God.
Swap.
100% sounds like William Swap.
That you guys are telling me that you're contacting a William, and I'm like, oh, hang on. Hang on. We got some audio you might want to listen to.
That makes total sense. Because we were just saying William.
Right.
The William we were talking about was a different William.
Morse. Yep.
Morse.
Yep.
And then we started talking about the witch, and it stopped. So maybe that's the wrong William. We were actually talking to William Swap.
I bet that's what it was. We've been talking to William Swap.
It's William Swap.
He told us his name even before we found his name researching.
Wow. Mr. William Swap. William passed from typhus fever.
That was the first night we investigated. That was the first night investigation. That was the first night. That was before we started going through all the historical research.
A
He
full
literally
name.
gives us his name.
That never happens.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Good. Now that all ties together.
Yes, it does.
It really does.
The city of Newburyport and its rich, sometimes dark history has provided a fascinating backdrop to our investigation of the Brick and Ash restaurant. We've processed all of our research and evidence and are ready to present our findings to Laura and Mayor Holliday.
Well, Mayor and Laura, thanks for coming, hanging out with us.
Really appreciate it.
We really covered this place with a tremendous amount of equipment to document anything that happened throughout our time here.
And we were able to have a bunch of experiences very similar to what you all have experienced throughout the years here.
Okay.
Steve and I were up here investigating at one point. We were at the other end of the bar, and we heard walking, and the walking sounded like it was coming from above us, but there was nothing there.
It sounded like right there.
Like up top?
Yeah, I heard it twice.
Yep. Definitely hear it.
Yeah, you can hear it. You can hear movement all around.
Definitely.
So, at another point, Dave and Steve, while they were investigating, they were able to hear the door slam.
Night 3.
Whoa.
Really?
That door didn't necessarily open and close because they would have heard it. This was a sound manufactured without origin.
Wow.
This town has just an incredible amount of history.
Yeah.
Every time we dug, we just kept on hitting more and more different layers.
While investigating the legend of Lucinda, we learned that John Quincy Adams once stayed at a local boarding house and wrote a poem about a Lucinda. But we were unable to corroborate that a prostitute by that name was murdered here. And while we figured out that the sea captain apparition might have actually been a postmaster named Bulkley Emerson, that discovery didn't produce any evidence. But there were a few other names that ultimately proved critical in solving this case. Back in the 1600s, Elizabeth and William Morse owned a 4-acre lot where Brick and Ash now stands.
Dave and I, we were communicating with somebody, and we thought it was William Morse, who, his wife was the supposed witch. William, can you touch that device like you've been doing?
So that was amazing enough to us.
Oh my gosh.
And
oh
when,
my gosh.
Well, when they start bringing up the whole idea of the witch in the trial, it stops.
But here's where things got tricky.
There was one gentleman by the name of William Swap
who lived here in the 1800s who died of typhus fever.
Wow.
Behind the bar while we were up here investigating, there was a male voice that showed up.
Nobody over there.
Yeah, that's weird.
It sounded like somebody walking and then like a, oh. The strange thing is, when we first listened to it, we got a name, but it was a name that we didn't know until later when we started researching. We'll play it with this at first and see if you're able to hear it. So you heard that? Yeah.
No.
Oh, boy,
my
that
God.
went like from my feet
That
to the
is-
tip of my head.
I know.
We didn't hear it when it happened, but we caught it on the recorder. That was before we even knew of William Swap.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
We used the name William, that's when the devices went off. So we were just thinking it was a different William.
Wow.
And a lot of times, especially when it comes down to intelligent type spirits, think you spend hundreds of years walking around, nobody acknowledges your existence. They can get angry, annoyed, frustrated, trying to move objects to let you know they're there. So that could explain objects being shoved, objects being thrown. But now that we have a name, it'd be interesting to see if, hey, William Swap, okay. If activity just dies down because, hey, he's being acknowledged, so he's happy that somebody knows that he's there.
I'm definitely feeling a lot more relieved. Like, okay, we know what's going on in this building. We know who is here, who has been here trying to get our attention. I think that we're gonna have a drink named after him now.
Oh, there you go.
I think that's a great idea.
That's a great idea.
I wonder, like, what he liked. What did they drink back then? Rum?
You probably.
Oh, I know this area was big for rum running.
So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We hope that by finally identifying, acknowledging, and even honoring the spirits that roam Brick and Ash, they'll leave the staff and customers in peace. But who can blame the souls from this town's debaucherous past for missing the comfort of a cold drink by a warm fire?